Turning the page now to your forecast, meteorologist John Window for a look at your first one forecast. John?
Well, temperatures today well up into the 80s, 86 degrees, quite warm, but not record heat for this time of the year. 97 degrees is where we topped off back in 1954. So it's been warm, just not record heat. Temperatures right now very mild. If you're heading out for something to do this evening, baseball game, soccer game, or just out to dinner, you're looking at temperatures in the 80s, falling off into the upper 70s once that sun goes down. But 84 in Monroe, 84 in Gastonia. For you folks in Hickory, the temperature right now is 81 degrees. Satellite picture shows a few clouds, and I think these clouds will most likely dissipate once the sun goes down. But also notice the few showers over in Tennessee. You can see they're moving to the east, but they're weakening. So the mountains may see a widely scattered shower, but for tonight, I think most locations will remain dry. Your hour-by-hour forecast for Wednesday, we start off the day in the 60s, and I think by afternoon we'll probably top off at about 88 degrees, approaching 90 degrees, and then it looks like we'll have a slight chance for a scattered shower. The same weather system out to the west will be moving a little farther to the east, which could produce a few widely scattered showers, but for the most part, another dry day is expected. Here's the latest on Maria. This is the 6 p.m. advisory. 165 mile per hour winds, but notice the track moving right along the west-northwest trajectory right into Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands right here, both going to get hit hard with this system. Winds could be as high as 165, still a Category 5 storm when it makes landfall. After that, the storm continues to move toward the southern islands of the Bahamas, and then it's expected to make that turn to the right, make a turn more to the north. And if it stays on this path, that's good for us. If it stays a little farther to the west, that could be a problem. We'll take a look at the models in just a second. But first of all, there's Jose spinning around up to our north, not moving very much. So that means the folks up through New England could have some very persistent rains, some very strong storm surge across that area as well. Now, take a look at this. This is where we have tropical storm warnings for high surf, beach erosion. We've been seeing that along the Outer Banks, but that goes all the way up toward Boston. Here's the computer models. Yellow, that's the North American model. Blue, that's the European model. This is Jose. Notice how Jose weakens, but stays just off the coast. Here comes Maria. And how do these storms affect this one? Watch what happens. As it moves to the north, both models are very consistent, keeping it off the coast. But then watch what happens as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. Start the split. If you remember yesterday, the European model had it moving off to the northwest or northeast. But now, as you can see, they move it very close to the New England states as we go through the next couple of days, the first part of next week. Definitely something worth watching. Very consistent for a few days, and then the path gets a little bit wider. Temperatures overnight drop off into the 50s, partly cloudy skies. And again, there's that slight chance for a shower up in the mountains. 66 for Charlotte, 65 Rock Hill, 62 Statesville. And if you live east of town, you live from Waxhaw to Rockingham, temperatures, again, very mild for this time of the year. And that 80-degree weather, it's going to be sticking around right into the weekend, first part of next week. And right now, it looks like it'll be dry as well for the first part of fall on Friday. More news right after the break.